Hey, welcome to Creepy Crawler's Garage. I'm just hanging out here today. I was wanting to add a second RC Shop episode every week, and what I thought I would do is do a more of a behind-the-scenes type episode. In other words, kind of let you in on what goes on when I'm not actually filming the Sunday shows, and you can kind of see what goes on behind. So you can see what mainly happens here in the shop in between episodes is giant messes. So you can see like there's some Bondo left from when I was doing the body work on the Highway 1 project. Here's the shop truck actually sitting there still needing to be cleaned from its first run. We did, I think that was episode 12, so a little ways back, or a couple days back. And then basically just a mess everywhere. So it's kind of what you can see, there's all the Bondo powder and dust from when I was doing the body work on the Highway 1 project last episode, episode 13, I believe it is. But also you can kind of see, I mean, I just got a major mess going on over here. So this I've got to all clean up before I can start on this Sunday's episode, which is actually going to be the final body work and paint on the Highway 1 project. In fact, you can see there's the chassis for the Highway 1 project just sitting on the lift there. And the other thing I was going to show you too, I was here. You know, sometimes you see kind of this side shop right here, this little side building. Well, let me actually show you what that is. I'll move the camera over. It's also a big mess. You can see it's just basically storage in here. I've got some line tape. I got there's a LiPo battery, some markers, stickers, that kind of stuff. Just a bunch of junk. So I got to clean that out too. But I figured what I'd do while I'm cleaning this up, I've also did some behind the scenes footage of what I'm calling building the proving grounds. That's what I'm going to call it, at least. So we're located here in Houston, Texas. And if you're not familiar, there's just not a whole lot of rock crawling opportunity in Houston, Texas. Is exceptionally flat here. Let's just put it that way. So what I thought I'd do is out back of the shop, I'm going to build my own rock crawling course. Well, I started doing that yesterday. Started building that out yesterday. Of course, then also being Houston, Texas, it started raining horribly. So I only got so much done, but I thought I'd give y'all a little footage of that. That y'all can take a look at. It's really behind the scenes kind of footage, so take a look at that, and then when we come back, hopefully I'll have this place cleaned up a little bit, and maybe we can do just a real quick tour. So there's a quick look at the beginnings of the proving grounds being built. Like I said, the weather turned really south, so I kind of had to stop and bring it in for the day. But hey, so I got the garage cleaned up a little bit. I was going to show you. This is actually my storage box that I use for most stuff. I've had this thing forever. I was going to show you guys. I think I've had this thing all the way back to my RC 10 GT days when I was running nitro cars. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you. This is where I actually keep all my tools and things like that. They're actually very nice, these containers. I don't even know who. This is made by Plano. I think it's really meant, I don't know if it's meant for art supplies or what it's really meant for, but I've used this forever. But basically you have all these different drawers where I can keep my tools nice and organized and take them on the go, which is what's really nice. You know, this thing's very, very portable. Throw those in there. I've also got my glue and whatnot over here. But I can keep all this kind of stuff in here. I've got zip ties in here, all my tools. This has all my glues and greases and thread lockers and all that kind of stuff. Let me see up top here. I don't know how well you can see this. Up top, I actually keep a bunch of my stickers and things, and throw my tape in there, my thin line tape. Up in this top container is where I have all my screws kind of organized, the screws that I use a lot, screws, some tape, and all that kind of thing, which is pretty nice to have on the go. And then down below, which won't come out, is actually relatively empty right now, but actually that's where I keep some of my bigger parts. So if I'm going out, you know, away from the shop and I'm going to run whatever vehicle it is I'm going to run, I'm going to have some spare parts for that car. But anyway, oh, I missed one. Missed my little wrench here. But anyways, that's how I stay organized for the most part, especially on the go. I thought maybe that's something you guys might be interested in seeing. Let me move this out of the way and I can kind of give you a bit of a tour of the shop here. Let me see how well we can do this. So you can see it's much cleaner now. Now I have a lot more space. By the way, the overall size of this shop is, what is it? It's 48 inches deep, so it's 4 foot deep. And I believe it's 6 foot wide, so 72 inches wide. So that's the size that I have to work with. So giving me a space right here in the middle. This middle space is probably about 2 foot by 2 foot that I can kind of work with the truck sitting there and with all the tires sitting over here. A lot of this stuff, like you can see in the back, I've got some snap-on toolboxes. These are all just bought off eBay. You know, they're giveaways, I guess, that Snap-on would do, both those, the red one and the black one back here. Like the shelving you see in the back there, I actually made that. It's just all made out of wood. The shelf up top that has the boxes and whatnot, that's all just it's a 3D printed shelf. Printed the, it won't, I don't know if it's gonna, but you see there it is in the background. I printed the SCX10 box. And then folded it up into make it look like the actual box for the truck. The sign here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's 3D printed also. Sorry about the camera work here. There we go. It actually has depth to it, so it's 3D printed. The creepy crawler sign. Let me see if I can back out a little bit. But yeah, so basically that's just 3D printed and then on a blackboard. My little flags. Of course, you got to have the Don't Tread on Me flag and state of Texas flag, and then of course the American flag, probably in that order, in fact. You know, I've got my my forklift over here with an old, I think that's a late 70s little nitro motor it's actually an airplane. I forget what size it is even. It's a smaller airplane motor, but I thought it looked cool. It almost looks like an air compressor, I think, and I might even, so in fact I have an air compressor, if you see it in the back corner that I 3D printed back there. See back there, the red. But I was thinking about turning that. To me, that looks like an old Ingersoll Rand or something air compressor. So that might be a project maybe we'll do in one of these midweek episodes. Is turn that into like an industrial looking air compressor. That'd be kind of cool. But that's an old late 70s motor. It's pretty cool. And then of course I got some boxes and some pallets over here for a shipping area, trash can. There's a Mojave bed from that's the bed that goes with it actually goes with the shop truck. If you notice, it doesn't have a bed. And then of course I've got like my waiting room area over here, so if you're having work done, you know, you can come over here and wait. Got some TVs hanging up on the wall, and then all the banners hanging up on the wall, you can see there. And then of course the office here, which is cleaner. I'm not going to show you the inside is cleaner, but I'm still just using it as storage. There's my Coke machine. The tire rack back here, let me move the shop truck. My tire rack and whatnot is getting overfilled. So I've got quite a few tires, and then of course I have these over here also. I got quite a few of them, and I don't even know what this is. Throw it in the storage. There we go. Oh, and then I 3D printed this little engine. Let me pull it out. So this is the RC four-wheel drive, engine stand, and then I 3D printed the engine block on it. I thought it looked pretty cool, and I basically got the specs off of the size of a Chevrolet V8, right, and then scaled it down 10th scale to make it look appropriate on the engine stand, and then just threaded it in on there. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, guys, that's kind of a quick tour, I guess, of the shop. Let me back up some here. There we go. Move this back where it goes, I guess, or at least where I had it parked. That's a quick tour of the shop. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about doing like a midweek kind of behind the scenes type episode like this. And if you do like it, well, if you like it, hit the like button. But if you do, also let me know what you want to see. Like I said, maybe we'll do a project where we turn that little motor into an air compressor, stuff like that. Let me know if there's things like that you want to see. And hey, I just really appreciate you joining me for a few minutes. And I hope y'all have a great day. And I'll see y'all Sunday for the finish of the Highway 1 project bodywork and paint. And I will see you then. Bye-bye.